Welcome to Mind Psychology Daily, where we explore the complexities of the human mind and uncover the secrets to a happier, healthier you. Today, we're going to tackle a topic that's both deeply personal and profoundly important: how childhood trauma shapes your adult personality. It's a question that has puzzled psychologists and philosophers for centuries, and one that has significant implications for our understanding of human development. So, let's start with a shocking question. What if the person you are today is not who you were meant to be? What if the experiences of your childhood have shaped you in ways that are both subtle and profound? This is a question that Jordan Peterson, our guest expert today, has spent years exploring. Peterson is a renowned psychologist and professor at the University of Toronto, and he's written extensively on the topic of trauma and its effects on individuals and society. He's also a best-selling author and has become one of the most influential thinkers of our time. With his expertise, we'll be delving into the world of childhood trauma and its lasting impact on our lives. So, let's begin by exploring what we mean by childhood trauma. It's a term that can encompass a wide range of experiences, from physical or emotional abuse to neglect or loss. Whatever the specific circumstances, the impact of trauma on a child's developing mind can be severe and long-lasting. As Peterson notes, the greatest discovery of all time is that a person can change their future by merely changing their attitude. But what happens when that attitude is shaped by trauma? How can we begin to heal and move forward, and what does that process look like? These are the questions we'll be exploring in today's video, with the help of Jordan Peterson's insights and expertise. So, let's get started on this journey of discovery and exploration, and see where it takes us. One of the most important things to understand about childhood trauma is the way it can shape our perceptions and behaviors as adults. As Peterson notes, people who have been traumatized will often develop a very negative view of the world. This can manifest in a number of ways, from a lack of trust in others to a pervasive sense of anxiety or fear. But it's not just our perceptions that are affected, our behaviors can also be shaped by trauma. For example, someone who experienced physical abuse as a child may develop a pattern of self-sabotaging behaviors as an adult, as a way of unconsciously reenacting the trauma they experienced. This is a phenomenon that Peterson calls repetition compulsion, where we unconsciously seek out experiences that are similar to the traumatic ones we experienced in the past. It's a way of trying to make sense of what happened, and to regain a sense of control over our lives. But it's also a pattern that can be incredibly destructive, and one that can prevent us from moving forward and healing. So, how can we break free from this cycle of repetition and start to heal? According to Peterson, it begins with self-awareness and a willingness to confront the trauma head-on. This can be a difficult and painful process, but it's also a necessary one. As he notes, the only way to get beyond trauma is to go through it. This requires a tremendous amount of courage and resilience, but the rewards are well worth it. By facing our trauma and working through it, we can begin to develop a more positive and empowered sense of self, and start to build a brighter, more hopeful future. So, how does childhood trauma shape our adult personality? One of the key ways is by influencing our attachment style. Attachment refers to the way we form and maintain relationships with others, and it's shaped by our early experiences with caregivers. If we experience trauma or neglect as children, we may develop an insecure attachment style, which can make it difficult for us to form and maintain healthy relationships as adults. This can manifest in a number of ways, from a fear of intimacy to a tendency to people-please or seek constant validation. But it's not just our relationships that are affected, our career choices and overall sense of purpose can also be shaped by trauma. For example, someone who experienced trauma as a child may be drawn to careers that involve helping others, as a way of trying to make sense of their own experiences and find a sense of meaning and purpose. This can be a powerful way of transforming our trauma into something positive, and of using our experiences to make a positive impact on the world. As Peterson notes, the best way to get over a negative experience is to use it as an opportunity for growth. By doing so, we can begin to shift our focus away from the trauma itself and towards the positive lessons and insights we can gain from it. This requires a tremendous amount of self-awareness and introspection, but the rewards are well worth it. By using our trauma as a catalyst for growth, we can begin to develop a more resilient and empowered sense of self, and start to build a brighter, more hopeful future. So, how can we begin to apply these insights in our own lives? One of the most important things we can do is to practice self-compassion and self-care. This means treating ourselves with kindness and understanding, rather than judgment or criticism. It also means taking care of our physical and emotional needs, and engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. According to Peterson, the most important thing you can do to improve your life is to take care of yourself. This requires a tremendous amount of discipline and commitment, but the rewards are well worth it. By taking care of ourselves and practicing self-compassion, we can begin to develop a more positive and empowered sense of self, and start to build a brighter, more hopeful future. Another important strategy is to seek out supportive relationships and community. This can involve joining a support group or seeking out therapy, as well as cultivating healthy and positive relationships with friends and family. As Peterson notes, the people you surround yourself with will have a profound impact on your life. By surrounding ourselves with positive and supportive people, we can begin to build a sense of belonging and connection, and start to heal from the trauma of our past. Finally, we can begin to develop a sense of purpose and meaning by engaging in activities that bring us joy and fulfillment. This can involve pursuing a new hobby or passion, as well as cultivating a sense of gratitude and appreciation for the good things in our lives. By doing so, we can begin to shift our focus away from the trauma itself and towards the positive lessons and insights we can gain from it. In conclusion, childhood trauma can have a profound impact on our adult personality, shaping everything from our relationships to our career choices. But it's not just a matter of accepting this as a fact, we also have the power to change and transform our lives. By practicing self-compassion and self-care, seeking out supportive relationships and community, and cultivating a sense of purpose and meaning, we can begin to heal from the trauma of our past and build a brighter, more hopeful future. As Peterson notes, the future is not something we enter, but something we create. By taking ownership of our lives and our experiences, we can begin to create a future that is filled with hope, possibility, and promise. Thanks for watching Mind Psychology Daily, and don't forget to like and subscribe for more content on psychology, philosophy, and personal growth. Join us next time as we explore more insights and strategies for living a happier, healthier life.